Hey, what's up, guys? Maxwell's World here. I figured it's time to make an update. So, last time I saw you guys, I had just got out of the court and had got the decree, and it took 4 times to get the copyrighted or the certified court decree. Got a little frustrating, and I just stopped going back each day, and I even had went on the day that was assigned that they said on the paperwork it would be ready, and it was not. So I waited all the way until next week Monday, and it was ready, and it was a weight off my shoulders, I can tell you that. And because it wasn't a stressful process, all in all. And my judge was a trans woman, and I got to see people go before me that were walking our way, so that was tight. It was more than that. There's just not words to explain it, and it was very fitting. And then going into it, actually filing the paperwork, I have anxiety and I have post traumatic stress, so it wasn't the easiest of rides, but ultimately the information that I needed was smack dab in front of my face. Google was a thing, and reaching out to other people in the moments of confusion was also a thing. But ultimately, the answers were in my face on that petition packet. I just missed it, and that can happen. But got it done. And then, so I got the decree on Monday a couple weeks ago, maybe a week ago. And I immediately went to the Social Security office that day, and got that handled. And the worker was a gentleman, and it was like trying to read his body language on, is he tripping off of this thing? Is he gonna make this a thing type deal? Still smiling, still breathing and praying, so I wouldn't just be like, waiting to see what happens, if it's gonna go through or not. Um, I walked into all these places with no expectations, just one little piece at a time. Because for me, if I just go straight to the end goal, like it's gonna happen, and if it doesn't happen, I'm tore up, probably just like everybody else. But no, so I walked in there not knowing if I was gonna get it. I mean, just we're gonna see what happens, because you hear stories that are true and people's realities of situations of said experience living in this way, and I take that to heart. So thanks everyone for posting updates and details about their transition from big to small. They're all big. What am I saying? For everything that you put out there. Um, and yeah, I went to Social Security, and then I was trying to go to the DMV, I think, but I didn't have enough time. I had a therapy appointment. So yeah, and then on Wednesday, because I went Tuesday the next day to the DMV, but I realized, I forgot my letter from the doctor, the form filled out. So with the clinic that I have, already had filled that out months and months ago, prior, when I first decided I was gonna start changing stuff on documents. And so I had to go back the next day and get it, and that was fine. Someone gave me a ride, and it made it easy, and it was great. So then I went to the DMV, and I knocked it out. So, like, probably after only like 4 days or something, it came really fast. Thank God, the Social Security with my new names on it. And then just 2 days ago, my new ID came. So I'm set. I'm rolling. I'm presenting mail on the outside, as I knew I was and am on the inside. And it's a great feeling. And I've been communicating with my father more so, um, just pressing the issue, not in like a do it my way type of thing. Just like, I'm gonna need you to go ahead, and when you talk to other people about me, to either say your kid or not say my dead name, because it actually is very uncomfortable for me, and also it is painful for me. So I appreciate everything you and my stepmom have been doing with working on the pronouns and the name and things like that. And as I'm sure it's difficult for you, I need you to do this thing. And since then, he's been trying, and that's made a difference. And I've also come to a place where um, people, some people have refused to use my new name and things like that. A little birdie told me, mind you, these people don't do it directly per se, but it was still upsetting to hear, and it kind of pissed me off. And I had to address people with a blanket message like, hey, you know, if mm, the pronouns, like, you can use they, that's acceptable, or just use my fucking name, Maxwell or Max or something, cool, but don't lie to kick it. Like, if you are not with it, then that's fine. You can leave. There's the door. Also, if you are using my correct pronouns and name in front of my face, but then going behind my back and using the other stuff, you can also hit the door and get with the program. So, just standing ground in that and standing in the truth. And let's see, those were the big updates. My face is itchy as anything. So the hair here is starting to come in more. Once again, you can't really see it, but you can see the mustache. It was a little bit wider, but then I got a nose hair trimmer because that needed to happen. And it was great after using it. And it had attachments, and I was and I took off too much. So I've had to reduce the minoxidil dosage to like really small dosage because one, I got a rash which I could handle, no pain, no gain. It was really like hard on my self-esteem though, I'm not gonna lie, because all this was just dry looking and like it wasn't super ugly. It was just like a hot mess here. And like was trying different moisturizers and just like different things, and it really wasn't working, and I had to rock with that for a few days. Then once the rash went away, I had a allergic reaction in the sense of like my eyes swelled up, and like you can see rings still. Here got really puffy. It was red. It was itchy here, and I barely could recognize myself. I looked like Will Smith from Hitch. Like, it was bad. It looked like I was a person allergic to fish or something. And I realized that at a concert that I was at, and at that concert, I ran into people that have seen me since the beginning of my transition, and they're saying, wow, man, like, you're really more grounded, and I'm watching you change before my eyes. And they every time I go to this concert and I'm around this certain community, it's like they're so loving and accepting, and you can really feel that, and it's a beautiful thing, and it came at perfect timing. And I really wasn't like trapped in my own bondage in the sense about the allergic reaction until pictures with one of the artists, B. Steadwell, I talked about it in one of my videos, and then the next day, because then it was like super bad, and I was like, it took me a long time to get out the house and just own it. Like, it still felt weird, but so what I did was I didn't put it on my face that night. Obviously, I'm arrogant and I'm hard-headed and I'm stubborn, and the benefits that I've gotten is worth it. So I can't even stop using it is the thing. Because it also says like you have to use it 3 months before you decide to stop anyway. So I had lost my applicator thing that told me 1 millimeter, and I think that's where I went wrong. There's probably many areas where I went wrong, but I had gotten a cap full and just like splashed it on my face and did my normal thing, rub it and pat it. And then the next day is when it blew up. So I think that it was too much for my face. And then that day I had used a chamomile lotion cleanser to try and not have it so itchy because it was rashy and itchy. Now it's just swelling and itchy. And so it could have been a mixture of that. And then in the morning I took a shower and I used like some Neutrogena acne stuff. So it could have been all that. I did not think about that when I was doing it. I was thinking it like, oh, it's clean, the Rogaine, and now let me moisturize it, because I've heard countless times that your face gets dry in a moisturizer. I haven't found the right one for me. And so now I'm using like very small places and putting it like in areas, because I realized I've been putting it way back here in the beginning and I've got great growth there, but it's not higher up here. So those are all the updates. This was a long video. Thank you for watching. I hope your life is going well, and if not, you can change it. I believe in you. Maxwell's World. One love. Boom.